Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Axial Spondyloarthritis Podcast. As you may notice, I haven't done an episode in a while, and this is going to be not really on any specific topic, but more of a catch-up. It's, like I said, been a few months, and I kind of wanted to bring everyone along with me on what I've started doing and let you know that it's something that you can start doing. It doesn't matter what level of your progression your AS is at, what I'm doing is something that anybody can do. With that, I took my third trip to Eastern Europe in April. Had a great time, except I got sick again. Most likely picked up something in the airplane while I was traveling over airports, train stations, something like that. Wasn't sick for a long couple days, but it was a chunk of the trip, and it was the third time I'd gone and the third time I'd gotten sick. If anybody's been to Eastern Europe before, you know you walk a lot of places, and I just couldn't do it. Now, I walk with a cane, I have a leg brace on, so walking is not the easiest thing to begin with for me, but this was whole second level. Everybody over there seems to walk multi kilometers every day, and I wasn't. You know, I had tracked my steps before, and I knew I was not doing anything that I should as far as exercise goes. I was not making any efforts to try and completely get out of the rut that I was in. I work from home. If I got 1,000, maybe 1,300 steps in a day, if I took the dog out numerous times, that was a lot. So I would finish up the month with 35,000 steps in a month, and that just wasn't doing it. Walking around Eastern Europe where I was at, I couldn't walk more than, a block. My heart was beating, so fast that I thought I was going to have a heart attack. Body was sweating profusely and cool outside. It wasn't like it was July. It was April, and the time before that had been October. So it was cool air and everything, but I was just sweating profusely and I could not do it, could not keep up. And it really in many ways created for a miserable trip for everybody. So I looked at that and I got back on this last trip and I said, something's got to change. I've got to finally deal with it. And so I said, what if I could hit 2,000 steps a day? That would be roughly a 80 to 100% increase over what I was currently doing. And I said, wow, if I could do 2,000 steps a day, that would be amazing. That would almost double what I was doing in a given month and at least put me on the right path. So I got my Fitbit out, set it for 2,000 steps a day, and decided to see what could happen. Well, just to walk down to my mailbox and then back is approximately about 1,300 steps. So I decided if I did that every day, as well as the stuff around the house, I was going to hit 2,000 steps, no problem. So as I went along, I started, I'm doing 2,000 steps. I'm doing 2,500. I'm doing 3,500. And then the warm weather hit and time to mow the grass in the yard. Normally I hired that out to be done, but I said, this year I'm going to try it and see if I can do it. Again, I walk with a cane, so it was going to be pushing a mower one-handed. And I did it once. I said, oh, it's not fun, but I can do it. And so every week I've been mowing the yard and pushing through, and 2,000 step goal quickly fell away to not even being realistic. And I thought, well, maybe there's some anomalies here. So I bumped up my goal to 2,300 steps. Figured out if I could do 2,300 steps, that's a good 1,000 above where I was at, and found myself doing 8,000 steps a day. And I was going, wow, I would go out for a quick loop around to the mailbox and back at lunchtime. I would do that at breaks because I found out I could easily get down there and back within about 8 minutes. And a 15-minute break that gave me time to get back in here and get settled and be ready to go back at work. So I just kept doing that. Weekends, I would push it. Today, this morning, I did 3 of the what I call long laps before noon. Then I went down to the pool for a little bit to try and swim and cool off, and then came back and decided I needed to finally sit down and record an episode. So I've been really pushing myself. My goal, as I had said before, was 2,000 steps. I figured if I did that, that's 60-ish thousand steps in a month. It's double where I was at. That's pretty amazing. Well, I blew through that goal. It's the 23rd of June when I'm recording this episode, and I'm already at 180 some odd thousand steps for this month. I need to continue this. I have not lost a ton of weight. I'm down about 7 pounds, but it's only been 6 weeks, so I'll take it. My eating still is not the best, but it's the activity. I'm burning calories and I'm exerting more calories out than calories I'm taking in. So the real test is going to be once the snow starts flying. I hate cold weather, so once that happens, come November-ish time frame, that's going to really put some challenges to me. It's going to be really a case of mind over matter. That's entirely what it is just my mind has to force me to do it. So this loops back into, you can do this too. It's just walking. I'm not doing anything fancy. I did add some new exercises in yesterday. I added in 100 push-ups a day, and I also work out. I have a total gym. It's a very cheap model of it, and I do some exercise on that as well. Again, these are all very basic exercises that you yourself could easily do. There's no excuse. Every excuse you can make, I've made. My hips hurt. I've had my hips replaced. I walk with a cane. I can't do it. I'll never make it. Whatever that excuse is, you can do it. I know you can. If I can, I know you can. So with that, I want to know where everybody sits. Some people that have AS are doing running, are doing bicycling. AS affects us all differently. Me, I'm just happy I can walk, and so I'll support anybody that's doing what they're doing, and I'll do what I can do. That's one of the things I always encourage everybody is just do what you can do. Set a goal, stick to it, and then try to increase it. It might be to eat a little bit better. It might be to increase the amount of walking you do. It doesn't have to be far. Walk around your house if you can't go far. Walk up and down your street and back to start off. If you can do it 1 week, once a day, the following week, try it twice a day. Just little incremental increases to continue to propel yourself forward and try and take some of the life back that AS can take from you. So there's all these little different things, and I look forward to my next trip to Eastern Europe. I'm not sure when that'll be, but I look forward to it, where I can see, is all this hard work paying off? I know I'm walking better around here, walking longer around here. How will it appear there? Will I look like I'm succeeding better and walking better? I don't know. Time will tell. I've also looked into the medical side of a few things I've been ignoring. I've had some, what I thought were potentially very bad sinus issues. Went in and got a CT scan of my sinuses the other day, and we'll be seeing the doctor in about 2 weeks to have that CT images reviewed. I've never had a CT scan of my sinuses done before, and so this is going to be something completely brand new. I'm also this week seeing an orthopedic surgeon. Like I've mentioned in prior episodes, I had 4 total hip replacements. One was supposed to be a revision, but it was so bad that they ended up doing a total hip replacement, which failed, and I had to have a third one on my left hip done like a month later. When they did that, the bone grew back up over the implant, which impeded the range of motion of my left leg. If I try to stand straight, or as straight as somebody can get with a fused back like I have, my left leg will pick up to about a 15-degree angle. I cannot lower it any further than that. And it's clearly, you can see on the x-rays, the bone that has grown up around the implant and limits its range of motion. So I'm going to see an orthopedic and talk to him about whether this can be removed. I already contacted one orthopedic here that was recommended to me highly for that type of surgery, and his nurse came back on the phone and said, no, he's not even interested in looking at it. So I said, okay. So I'm going to go see this other one and see if that's something that he is interested in tackling. I don't know. Maybe there's nothing that can be done. I sure would like them to go back in, remove that extra bone growth, and apparently what they can do is give you a shot of radiation that kills that bone from growing back up. We'll see. I'd like to be able to have a better range of motion and try to increase my flexibility with this leg, even though it's neuropathically nothing from the knee down. I'd still like to have as much range of motion as I can for the walking that I've been doing. Again, all of us have our own challenges. You've got yours. I've got mine. Everybody's different. We're just here to support each other and try and get through this as best we can. Know that all of us are here to support each other. Come on to the Facebook page. Like I said, this didn't really have any particular area that it was going. There is the Walk for AS that was going on, or Walk Your AS Off, that helps to track steps just for having a goal. That website is being rebuilt as the Spondylitis Association of America took it over, and it may be out. I need to go and check. I don't know that the new website has been released yet for it, but it should allow, like from what I understand, syncing up to Apple Watch and syncing up to Fitbit to pull the data in so you don't have to manually enter it, which would be very cool. If you have questions on that, if you join it, let me know. I'd love to hear it. Pick an exercise. Walk. Do something. Get out and move. Try to take back as much of your life as you can and then celebrate it. Tell everybody. It doesn't matter that you didn't run a marathon, or maybe you did run a marathon, but whatever you do is something you weren't doing a week ago. Celebrate it. Be proud of that accomplishment. Do it till you're comfortable doing it, and then set a goal to beat it. Maybe it's to walk 3,000 steps in a given day. Maybe it's to walk 10,000 or 15,000. Set that goal and then do the daily little steps up to it to exceed it. With that, again, I apologize I haven't been back for a while. I need to get a few things straight and really get this exercise patterns set, and I hope to talk to you all more soon as we go forward. We're halfway through the year now. Let me know what your goals are. Let me know what you're physically hoping to get done and accomplish with the AS, and let me know where you stand in relation to what you hope to get done. And so with that, everybody, enjoy this upcoming week and make it the best you can. Set a goal. Let me know what that is, some type of an exercise goal, and let's all work together. Take care.